blessings and brand new battles. But within every uncertainty, there is hidden possibility. So I don't dread any challenge that lies ahead, because I remember all the victories behind. And my confidence is not in my circumstance. The Spirit of God is my supply. I'm steady under pressure, and I'm ready for whatever, because whatever comes my way today, the outcome is I overcome. Christ is in me. I am enough. I can handle it. I can't afford to stay afraid or let my faith hesitate. My purpose is at stake, and He who called me is faithful. His strength in me is greater than any pain I feel or enemy I face. The promise of God is mine for the taking. Every plan He has made is guaranteed to come to pass. It will happen. If I don't back down, if I won't let go, it will happen. If I don't stop short, if I won't sell out, it will happen. By faith, but faith doesn't take the fear away. It teaches me to fight it. So bring the battle. I'm ready now. I've got something for Goliath. I can handle it. My power flows from presence, so I won't stay stuck in what was or worry about what will be. My regrets have been redeemed, and my tests have become my lessons. My focus is fixed, and my heart is expectant. I'm set. I'm not nervous about what's next, because my eyes are on the throne. I trust the one who's in complete control, the one who already knows how He's going to work it according to His purpose. Even the worst situations are sure to turn in my favor. If I keep moving forward, keep moving toward Him, God is with me in this moment. And whatever happens, I can handle it. I know my help comes from above. So if fear insists on knocking, I'll meet it at the door. Life might give me bad news, but I've still got a good report. I can handle it. If I fall, if I fail, I'll handle it. Grace will give me what it takes to carry on. I can handle it. I have humbled myself under the mighty hand of God. Christ is in me. I am enough. And when the time is right, He'll lift me up. Till then, the lion may roar, but I see His lead, so I keep moving forward. Because I've been down before, but my hope knows how it comes back from rock bottom. What I need, God's got it. And I'm stronger. I'm better. It's settled. I'm ready. I'm focused. I'm hopeful. We ain't hiding. I'm ready. I'm stronger. I'm better. It's settled. I'm ready. I'm focused. I'm hopeful. No hiding. I'm ready. I'm stronger. I'm better. It's settled. I'm ready. Resilient. Dependent. I know He'll deliver. I'm strong in Christ. The one who is able is greater than all. Bring it on. He's there. I can handle it.
God bless you guys. Welcome back to Kicking It Back with TOJ with the youth. Oh, I'm very tired this morning. I mean, per usual, but it's with the PKs today. If you don't know what a PK is, it is a pastor's kid. We are all pastor's kids, either Pastor Mary Lou or Pastor Kenny and Alka of the church. And today, our topic is trust. And just trusting people in general, if it's hard for us, if it's not. I'm not going to go first because they always yell at me saying that I take all of their ideas. So one of them is going to go first and they can decide who's going first. Wait, what's the topic? Trust.
Oh, I'll go first.
Okay.
So trusting what? Trusting like anything? Okay. So like
Oh, my name is Muñeca.
I'm Jayla. I'm Dolly.
I'm Nina.
I'm Annalise. I'm Annie.
Okay. So I have like some trust issues with like with like men because like when I was younger, like some stuff happened and like ever since like it hasn't been the same and like I don't know like God has worked in me and like I have forgave the person, but like I don't think I will get to the point where I can be in the same room as that person, cause like I don't know, I feel like something would happen again, but like I don't know, but like I have trust issues with men. Yeah.
You have a difficult time. I'm asking a question, I guess I know it's from the phone player. You have a difficult time with trusting God.
No, I don't know, cause like no.
Go next. Please.
Sure. I think I have a tough time trusting like everybody. It's not just like specific people. I'm not very outgoing. I'm very shy and I don't like to talk to anyone. So that makes my circle even smaller. I do have a hard time trusting God. I don't know why though. Like, it's just like I know that He can do it. Like I've seen Him do a lot of stuff with people, but I just don't believe that He can do it for me. So I think that's probably a big thing. I don't know. I guess I've had friends like not betray me because that's like extra, but like when you tell someone a specific thing and they go and either use it against you or like tell someone else, that kind of makes you not want to trust anyone else because you're afraid that the same thing's gonna happen over and over again. But yeah, that's it. I don't know what to say.
I have a hard time trusting just people in general. It's not because of anything that happened in the past. It's because I think it's because I'm scared for something to happen. Like Italy said, for me to tell someone something and they go tell everybody else. Nothing like that has happened in the past, but I'm just scared of that, I guess.
I have a hard time trusting like new people that come to my life because like sorry, because I feel like if I let them in they're gonna like walk away, you know, so I have like a hard time trusting them.
Okay. I have a hard time trusting people in general.
Why?
I don't know. Ever since honestly, ever since I was like small, I've had a lot of trust issues because my dad left me. Well, yeah, he left me. Yeah, I've had a lot of trust issues ever since he like left, and like I've always been that type of person that never liked any men that would walk into my life or like try to be there for me, because all I wanted was my father, so I didn't like anybody else. And then like friends, people just walk out, and there was this person that used to live with us, and I used to tell her like almost everything about me. And like I remember my room was like in the back, And then she moved down and just forgot that we were ever there for her, I guess. So yeah, I have a lot of trust issues with people.
So I'm a little more complicated. I mean, trusting God. I mean, for me, it's sometimes it's like kind of hard because like God will be like, keep doing what you're doing, or you know, I called you to do this, and you're like, okay, God, but like you're always like kind of like, all right, when is this gonna end, or when is, you know, but you have to continue trusting God. Sometimes it's hard. At least for me. Like a little bit what Nana said. I don't trust a lot of guys simply for stuff that's happened within the family, and it could be with at least people that you expect, or things that were like rumors about when you were a kid and you never really like paid no mind to it because it was always like, oh, they're lying, and then when you find out you're older when they're not, that everybody in the past wasn't lying, it's kind of like, you know, I've experienced certain things when I was younger, but I don't really remember anything. A lot of my family wants me to ask God to remember, but I don't want to remember. But honestly, I don't trust, like, I don't really trust anybody, like, for that matter, like, but especially like male figures, like, it's just not, has always been like a part of me to like have your guard up, make sure like you're safe at all times and stuff like that. But I like that part about me though, because you can't really trust anyone. You know, this world is crazy. And honestly, the only person I ever kind of felt good, like safe around, besides my dad and my brother, was Jose. Like, I only knew him for what, 5 years? 6? 5 or 6 years. But, like, but that's, like, other than that, like, I knew, like, it just, I don't know. Trusting people, that's, it's like, it's definitely a hard thing to do because it's not that like, oh my god, they did me so dirty, which some have, but it's just like when you say something and they go and tell someone else, and it's like, okay, like, especially if you know that you only said something to like a specific amount of people or whatever, like, let's say if I told my family but I also told one of my close friends or whatever, but then someone else that's not them finds out, and it's like, alright, so one of y'all snitched. I don't know who it is, but you know what I'm saying? So like, for me, I always keep it's really bad though, because I always keep my guard up regardless. So I gotta ask God to like bring me down, bring walls down. If it's like if He knows it's gonna be a good relationship, like a friendship or whatever. But I lost my train of thought. But like for me, like I can easily not easily. Most of the time, I can talk about things like pretty easily if like we're having a conversation about it. But like when it comes to like the deep stuff, like unless you ask me about it, I'm not gonna talk about it. But like I don't really talk about it. It's never really been like a thing that, because like my friends, like I don't really, even honestly, like I can't say we're the closest. I can't, cause at some point like at some point, like with those friends, like they've always showed me that like they switch up. Like I can feel like I don't know if it's something that God gave me or something, but I can feel the immediate shift when something's changing. Like, it's so weird. Like, the tone, anything, the way you act around me, anything. And I'm like, alright, I have to keep an eye out because they're acting shady. And then eventually I found out, I don't know, they're talking smack behind my back, whatever, I don't know. But, and it'll be over something so stupid. And I'm like, okay, so that's what you're going to choose to do? Okay. It's definitely like hard trusting people. Now I think I'm worse than I was before. Because like I think I spoke about this a couple weeks ago where like I go through a phase where I have a great social life, and then like the next year I have like nobody. And then that year I'll make, at the end of the year I'll have the bestest friends or whatever, and then next year I won't. Like, it's so weird. Like, and I think honestly, like, it's the weirdest thing. I hate it. But, I think because I was really close, I had a lot of like good godly friends in our past ministry, and it's kind of like after that, it's kind of like a lot of stuff happened where my words were twisted, and I always had to defend myself, and or if some like it's just so much. Like, I remember so much stuff happening, like where alright, so I don't even know the situation. It happened like years ago where my mom even saw it before I did, and she was saying that people were only using me for my car. And because I had a car, I was like 17 driving, and these people didn't have a car. So she was saying, like, you can't always be giving everyone rides unless they're gonna put you for gas money, blah 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 blah. And I remember, like, so one of my friends, that's also my brother's friend, he was sleeping over my house, but he lived not on Leominster or Fitchburg, and so it was a little bit more of a drive to go get clothes and stuff like that, whatever. And then they twisted up my mom's words and said, your mom doesn't like me because she thinks that I use your car only for you, and whatever. And I was like, huh?
You said that wrong.
What?
You said that wrong.
Why?
You said they only use your car for you.
Anyways, either you maybe this is my train of thought. You should just let me keep going.
Sorry.
Yeah, I said that wrong, but y'all get the gist of it. I hope you do. And then, I was like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, well, I mean, when we go out, because we used to do like a lot of like ministry and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, when we do stuff like that, like, yeah, gas money ain't cheap, and you guys don't have a car, so you guys wouldn't know. But, and it like became a whole debate, and then like eventually it got solved or whatever. But like it was constantly like stuff like little things, and it's like I don't know. So like that stuff, like, and even now, like, I had a friend that I'm no longer friends with, and I told them something in confidence, and then like we got into an argument, I don't know, like a month later, and it got thrown in my face, and I was like, how are you gonna throw that in my face? I don't get it. And then like it was just like, I don't know, it just, if I ever feel like you're disrespecting me, I'm gonna call you out on it, and a lot of people don't like it, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just an instant thing, like, I'm not gonna, it depends actually, because sometimes I just keep my mouth shut, but sometimes I actually speak my mind, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but, like, I don't know, like, I just have to, like, trust God enough that I will find the right people to stay.
Can I say something?
Huh, go.
Okay, so when I was younger, stuff happened, whatever, right? And I've always kind of, not always, but when I was younger, I never really thought anything bad would happen to me when I was with family. Like even now, you should be able to be comfortable around your family and feel like nothing's gonna happen to you and that you're safe, but that's obviously not the case. And I think that trust shouldn't have to be said, especially when it comes to family. Whether you have, trust issues or whatever, if your family, don't break that trust. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, so, sorry, hold on. So, I've always felt comfortable around certain family members when I was younger, obviously, until like stuff started happening. But I kept that to myself and I didn't tell anyone. So I didn't think it was normal, but I knew there was something wrong. I didn't tell anyone, so no one knew, so everything was fine. And it wasn't until recently that like everything came to light, and I can't even see certain people related to that certain person without, like, when you see someone you don't like and your heart just like, you just kind of get angry. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm saying, but like, I don't know. You get angry, but I'm not even mad at the person who's related to them. I'm mad at the person who did it. I'm probably not making any sense.
Yeah.
But like, for me, trust is doing the right thing, whether you like it or not. And there's some people who don't do that. They turn a blind eye to everything and everyone that says something that they don't like to hear. They're naive and I'm pretty. But also for like friendships, I think that if I befriend you and we're friends, I should not have to say don't tell anyone about this. Like, I really shouldn't. Cause like, if we're friends, who are you supposed to be telling my business to that I haven't already told? So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like, it's so annoying because like you could have like, it's like in a court case, a guy, I'm just relating it to him, I'm not saying this is what happened. Like a guy like, I don't know, like punched somebody in the face and there's like 5 witnesses that all can say I was there in that moment and saw them do it. Or I could testify that they did the exact same thing to me. It's like that. And it's like, I didn't do it, but, and then like, it's just like, so frustrating because
Or, okay, same situation, right? Someone punches someone in the face. There are 5 witnesses who say he did the exact same thing, but they were too afraid to come forward, right? Or it was gonna happen again or something, right? And then they plead guilty, but they didn't do it. I don't get that. Like, if you didn't do it, I can't. It just gets me like aggravated.
yeah. And I know that it's something that I have to work in my heart, and clearly y'all know that she gotta work in her heart too. But like, it's so aggravating. Like, I agree with her though. Like, for me, like, I don't know if you guys know, like a few weeks ago I even said it, like I'll like, I become so, even though I don't seem like it, sometimes they annoy me, but because when it comes to my family, like, I like very defensive. It may not seem like it when I'm like with them, but like anytime, like I'm on defense mode, like about my family. So like her, like she's not even mad at the person that they're related to but that she's mad at the other person that did it, and it's like, yeah, like I see the person that is related to the person that did it, and I'm like, I don't want to see them. Like, I love them, but like it's just, and I know that I have to forgive, even though I don't remember if anything happened to me. I know it happened to my sister, both of them, and who's to say it didn't happen to me? So that's the other thing, but I don't want to remember, and everyone's saying ask God to show you, and I'm like, I don't want that. Like, I really, I don't. It's another thing that I just don't want. I already have the unforgiveness because of them. I don't want it because of me. Like, I just don't want it. And I know I don't want any more anger. I don't want anything. And I know that that's probably something that I have to ask God to reveal, because at the end of the day, it's still within me, and I don't know. But that's for a later time.
Okay, I have another thing to say. Okay, so there are certain people in my life right now that I need to ask God to, like, for me to trust. Sorry, I feel like I'm waiting for a translator. So like, I feel like I'm trying to think. Sorry. So again, when it comes to family, you shouldn't break that trust whether you're close or not. And I need to ask God to give me the ability to trust certain people who have hurt me and my family. Cause right now I don't see myself like ever speaking to them. So I need some healing. So y'all pray for me. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like, but yeah, it's definitely like, I don't know. It's kind of like what she was saying that, like, it's kind of like, you know, when you got a best friend and they don't like somebody, and all of a sudden, like, you're like, all right, I don't like them either because they hate you. And I don't know, it got brought up like earlier this week or something like that. It's kind of like that, like, because you're associated with this person so close, I don't like you either. I love you, but I don't like you. Like, kind of like a family love, but like, to just, I don't know, like, I just always get reminded. And it's really bad because, I don't know, I don't know. And I know that God forgives, but it's a little work in progress, I guess. But yeah, I also have to forgive some people that I refuse to talk to because of what they did to my family. And I'm like, you know, I just want to be like, peace out, don't talk to me, bye. But I know that eventually I'm going to see them all the time, and I don't want to. So I got to deal with it now before I see them and they try to talk to me, and I have to be like, bye, and walk off the door. Yeah, like, it's definitely a tough thing. You don't say anything else? You?
Well, I feel like my trust issues are different because I don't have like trust issues like being around someone. I have trust issues like talking to people. Cause like I only talk to one person, but it's like a youth, and my mom always says to try to find like an older person to talk to, cause sometimes it's better. But no matter how hard I try to talk to someone, it just doesn't ever happen, I guess. I feel like that's the bad part about me because it's always nice to have someone to trust that's not gonna say anything. But I always feel like everyone that I do try to trust is going to say something no matter what. Whether it be to my mom or to another older person or just someone else. And I know everyone's not like that. It's just, that's how I kind of see it, I guess.
I used to be like that too. I mean, I still kind of am. At least talking with people, like, you never really know, because honestly, this world is so small that they could still tell your parents or whatever. Like, not even for me. Like, I mean, I don't really, but I don't know. Like, or just tell anybody. Like, it's kind of like, why would you do that? You know, especially like I felt the same way though. When half of the church is your family, so it's like you got like a 50% chance that it's gonna get to your family. You know, and I mean now it's like the whole church, but like, but back then it was like half. So I'm like, all right, I told this person something, and then I got to the other side. I don't know. It's very controversial. It's kind of like you're supposed to let your walls down a little bit, but at the same time, it's like I don't know what you're gonna do with this information.
Yeah. So like, you guys all know that my parents are the youth pastors, and so I was talking to my mom, like it wasn't like too long ago, and I was like, oh, you guys say like you guys can like us youth can talk to you, but like you're my parents, so like, and she was like, oh, you can talk to like pastor, and I told her that like I'm afraid like what if pastor like goes to you and says something like that I shared privately, and she's like, oh, pastor's not gonna say that, like I'm worried or like scared that if I'm gonna say something to someone, they're gonna go to like my parents or they're gonna go to somewhere else and talk about me or say something that I wouldn't say to you in private.
See, I get what you're saying. Well, I can testify the pastor won't say nothing because pastor's like my right hand half the time. I'm like, all right, it's been too long. Sleep over. We're gonna talk all day. But that's really why. Or I'll just text her. But I get it. Dang, I was gonna say something and I kind of forgot about it, and I'm trying to remember. But oh my gosh, like, yeah, pastor's not gonna say anything. And even though you're afraid, don't. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. So, a lot of people don't really like talking to me, because they're afraid I'm gonna say something to the parents or whatever. And the only time I let them know in the beginning, like as we're having a conversation, the only time I'd ever cross that line is if I know that if I'm severely worried that you are going to harm yourself or harm someone else. It's my responsibility as a teacher, and it's also the same thing. I'm also a teacher here, so like, it goes the same way. Like, if I know that you're in danger, I have to say something. Other than that, it stays between us. But like, and I know that people deal with their own like mental health issues and like other stuff, but I have to use my thing as a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to think that way, because if something ever happened and I knew that you guys were ever thinking that way, it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't do it to you guys, but like, you know, so that's the way everybody should be, and obviously everybody's not that way. But let me tell you this, pastor, obviously if something was gonna happen to you, like, she would say something, but other than that, no. I told pastor so many things. So many. Okay?
I don't understand why we can't trust our parents. For me, it's hard because I feel like my mom's just gonna like flip out or something, and I'm scared of that because I don't know. But my mom's opinion is like the only opinion like out of anybody else that matters to me. So when like I don't know how to explain it.
Like, if you're like talking, if it's hard to talk to your mom, so obviously you talk to somebody else about it, but eventually if you do talk to your mom's advice always makes sense, right? What would you say?
I said that it's hard
hard for me to talk to mom because I feel like she's gonna flip out. But like, I don't know why because I've never talked to her before, like about anything because I'm too scared. But yeah,
But you gotta try. And without trying, you're never gonna know.
I know. Cause
Even
I see,
if you
like,
try with something simple and say, let me see how she's gonna react with this thing, and then maybe you have other struggles or other things you wanna confess. And if you try with something small, see her reaction, see her advice, she's gonna, you know, and then take something bigger a week later or give yourself time to process.
yeah, cause I see her like her relationship with Dolly, and Dolly never talked to anybody, and now Dolly just doesn't stop talking. So
You see, I mean, I'm sure it took Dolly time to get there.
yeah, that's what mom was saying.
No. She said I was gonna say that. Yeah, I don't know why it's hard to talk to our parents, because I mean, I don't really talk to my parents, but like when it's important, I do. At least to my mom, my dad, he's kind of just there. I'm sure if it's important, my mom fills him in. But other than that, I mean, it's just always honest. I think it was just like I was always terrified of them growing up, and it kind of just stood there, even though they're not the same people anymore. It kind of just is there, and I mean, it's different now, and I know that with certain things I do talk to them about. But obviously, I don't talk to them if they frustrate me. Like if they did this, like if we're arguing or something, I can't be like, okay, I need you to separate yourself and talk to me about you. Like it's just weird. Or like stuff in the house or something like that. But for like if it's important, I do speak my mind eventually. And then like yeah. But it's a work in progress, you know. Go. Okay. Wait, Dolly, go.
Anyways. So I've always had that trust issues talking to people because like I said, they've gone to my parents. But like ever since like the end of freshman year, like I told my mom and Jose this one thing. They like flipped out for like 5 minutes, and then after they were fine. So I was just confused at one point. And then before Jose passed away, he was the person that I would go to, and he wouldn't like tell my mom because like obviously it wasn't anything that bad. But like he was one of the people that I would always like go to because I'd never talked to anybody else but like he leaves and that's it. And then once he passed away, like I started talking to my mother. Like there's some things that I still like keep to myself, but like I like trust my mother. Yeah, I trust my mother, and we have a better relationship than we did before. And yeah.
Okay, so like when it comes to like trusting my parents, my dad he's like we're close, but I don't really open up to him about anything, you know? I don't know if that's like weird, but like I'm like pretty close with my dad, but like it's more of a I don't know, funny relationship instead of like a really like serious one. I don't know if that makes sense. But with my mom, I think it's hard to talk to her. I don't know why, but like the only time I ever really get like my true feelings out is when like we're arguing. And I don't argue with my mom. Let's take a pause. I don't argue with my mom. I'm not that disrespectful. But there are moments where she'll yell at me and I'll just say something back. It's not arguing, but
It's not.
But like that's kind of the only time that I actually get like my true feelings out about something. Like there are times like she'll tell me to do something, or like she'll say I did something when I actually didn't, and I just won't say anything, and then it'll just like keep adding up. Not that it happens a lot. Dang, this sounds bad, but like it'll just like keep adding up, and then there's just a point. It'll be like the same thing too, and there's just a point where I just don't wanna like keep it in. So I'll just like say whatever I
And
feel.
then she'll start crying.
There's no need for that, but whatever.
No, that's how it starts.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm done talking now.
Really?
Oh, I remember I was saying about my mom's opinion, like matter. How do you say that?
Huh?
How my mom's
matters.
opinion matters the most to me, like out of everybody. It's like when my mom. Okay, so I have this one friend, and my mom does not like her. I mean, she doesn't not like her. She just doesn't have a good feeling about her, and.
She doesn't like her.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, my mom doesn't like her because she has like a bad feeling about her, and it's like when she told me that, it's like I have to watch out for this one person. I mean, not for. How do you say that? You have to watch it with that person. Yeah, I'm just that.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, she said the same thing about one of my friends, and then after freshman year, the girl stopped talking to me. Okay.
She's like, I was worried about you.
Or if like I like somebody and then I've never told my mom that I like somebody, but if I like somebody and I tell her and then I show her like a picture and she's like, ew, he's ugly, that like, and then I'm like, ew, he's ugly because my mom thinks you're ugly, so you're ugly. Like,
Listen,
I be talking to my mother and she just says, ask God. I'm like, that's why I'm so scared to
Listen.
tell her that I like somebody or something.
when I was 16, 17? I don't even know. It was so long ago. So I, at the time, was my best friend, and I mean, everybody kind of knew that I had a thing for him. And you would think that I would tell. Listen, my dad. If you ever see my dad, he's built. He's like Hulk, like terrifying. But in reality, he's not that terrifying. I mean, if he gets mad, he's terrifying. But I'm still terrified of him now. That don't get that twisted. But I'm like 17, 16, whatever, and you would think that I would probably tell my mom. But you know what I did? I told my dad. He's driving me to school. He drove me to school every day, and I had the luxurious life of not taking a bus. And then the year that he didn't drive me to school anymore, I had my own car, so I was chilling. He always told me that he was gonna stop this the next year, but never did. It's because the highway was right next to my school. But on the way to school, my dad was driving me. He drops me off, and I said, I have something to tell you. And he was like, what? And I said, I like so-and-so. His name is not being said because it's just no. Not a regret, but definitely not like a pro right now, or ever. So I told him, and he was like, I think he chuckled, and I was like, he was like, I already knew, and I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, God told me. And listen, at this point, if you ever tell my dad that you like somebody, he's gonna be like, God told me a while ago, and I've been knowing for months, literally, like it's happened so many times after that. And then I told my mom, and then I think my mom was a little jealous because I told my dad first. It was so weird. But honestly, it just happened. It wasn't like a plan, but it was just like, I'm gonna just tell him on the way to school and walk out the car. It was like a plan, like regardless of his thing, I'm gonna tell him on the way to school, walk out the car, go to school, and that's it. Like maybe he'll forget by the time we go home or something like that. Like if it didn't end up that again. And then I told my mom or whatever, but it's not weird. I mean, now I haven't liked anybody since like 2017, yeah, so it was, huh? Yeah, yeah, I mean, now it's probably gonna be the same anxiety again if I ever do, because I'm older and it's more serious than it was in high school, so that's terrifying, very terrifying. Alright, we're gonna read some comments and questions. So if you guys have any questions or comments, I know you guys are commenting now. What time is it? 6:21. We're also gonna talk about our fast. Who's still on the fasting? Yeah.
Shut up.
So same
I
crew,
am surprised.
keep it strong.
I'm surprised too.
And then yeah, so
Okay.
someone said something in Spanish. Cool. God bless you.
Wilkins is his name.
Yeah.
God bless you, Pastor. Mom said every time Italy speaks, it's so deep. I love the growth. All of you are growing. Love you. Beebs! What's up, Beebs? Welcome to the best episode of the week. Period.
I love how you guys always give him like the best shout out. Every episode is crazy.
You know what my
You
mom
know what
said?
I
I'm so mad. She said that she thinks that the men is the best episode.
Yeah,
well,
I see your plan,
Dang.
I see
Listen,
your plan.
I was here. Imagine BB gloating from the pulpit. He's like looking at me the whole time. He's like,
Okay, but that's
She's
my
biased.
Mom.
She's biased.
That's
For
my
real.
mother.
not true.
Wait, but that's my mother. That's not everybody else. Like that was just one person. But
Ooh, look at Dolly.
it's not like just because my mom said it's the best episode of the week means that the next
exactly
is the best episode of
true.
the week.
Still, but
No.
Still,
She's
she's
not
it matters,
she's-
but it's not the
she's
most.
still the senior pastor. That doesn't look good on us.
Right.
Yeah, Mom. What
It
are you
doesn't
doing?
matter. I don't even.
She
care.
got brainwashed, Beebs. I know your plan.
So Beebs, hi Beebs. You know what I was telling you, Elise? So BB is called to be a pastor in the future, right? So I was telling her the other day, and I said, listen, BB's called to be a pastor, right? And she's like, yeah, I think so. And I was like, so if he becomes a pastor, what do we call him? Pastor Lewis or Pastor BB? And honestly, I don't think I can call you Pastor Lewis. Like, I don't know.
I don't think I can call you Pastor
Like,
B
Yeah, but it's
either.
the same thing as me when they call me Pastor Aka.
So what do we call him? Pastor BB?
Yeah, but it just sounds like
Pastor Beams.
I'm calling you that.
like Pastor BB sounds so weird for some reason.
Pastor
Like
Aka,
Pastor Mary
flows,
Lou sounds like
Yeah.
Pastor Aka.
Pastor Aka sounds like
Pastor
what
Aka
it is.
hit.
normal thing
Pastor
now.
BB
Just
just
don't say
it don't hit that much.
We're gonna
Pastor
call him
Beebs.
Lewis. Pastor, I don't call him Lewis, so like it's like
Pastor
You're
Beams.
gonna
I'll call you Pastor Beebs.
It's not
PB.
without the
PB.
PB. All right. Bibi said Elianis Davila. I love talking to you.
Oh, that's
Wait,
nice.
who?
He also said good morning, youth.
Okay.
My mom said all you can do is try to open up to an adult and see if they repeat it. Try with something simple and take it from there. I'm always there for you all. Can't force you to share your struggles, but at least try and see how it goes. Love you, girls. Period.
And I
We
try,
love you
but
too.
all
What?
you
We
guys,
love you
you
too.
guys are just, you guys are hard. Like I text
We're
all,
PKs.
I
Wait,
text all of you. How are you? How's this? And good, 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 good.
No,
There's never a struggle.
It's
I'm
good.
I know, but
We're
it's
blessed. It's
Yeah, I don't
blessed.
have like something small to share. It's always something like
Okay, then share.
But
And,
it's so
and if
scary
you
to,
know,
like-
and if you know that your mother starts treating you a certain type of way and starts like, ooh, are you okay? And start questioning you right after you told me, then you're gonna be like, Aka must have said something, so don't trust Aka. That's it.
My thing is, I'd
That's
rather
scary.
talk in
The red
person
flag.
because over the phone for me is really awkward.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
Okay.
I've talked to
In
you before.
person,
I know you're better now than you were a year ago.
I can never talk.
It
Yeah,
is
she'll
still-
sleep over the house and they'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning having a
That hit.
talk sesh, and
That
I'm
hit, though.
sleeping on the
Yeah,
couch
yeah,
because they talk too much.
I know.
We
that
didn't do
one.
that
Yeah,
again.
we're
So
sure.
that hit.
In person, it's like too much. Like it's scary. Like it's
So
like,
you're easier by text,
yes.
and you're easier. Okay, I'm
And
gonna.
in person, I'm like no.
All right, I got dates with the girls.
Neji, God bless you. She said, God bless you guys, and good morning. Love you all. We love you too. Pastor Mary Lou said, Muñeca, I love you too. You are like one of my own. I wouldn't have it any other way. Period. That's why you're on my emergency contact list.
Yeah,
at work.
God bless you too, Pastor.
Period. I'm not
There's
gonna
a
go that.
emergency.
Yeah, I have to, at work I have to have an emergency.
We all love you too, Mom. Yeah.
Neji said that's called respect for your parents, Mianka. You're awesome, girl. Continue to walk in your trust in God. It's called respect, but at the same time, it's also held me back because I never even addressed my feelings because I never wanted to be considered disrespectful. So even though I could be speaking about my feelings, I even now, like, not just only with my parents, but with anybody, I never want to be considered disrespectful. Unless you disrespect me, then I honestly sometimes that's like thrown out the window. But pray for God about that part. But
Pray for God.
pray for me about that part. Sorry. Pray to God about me for that part. That's what I meant. But so I never really speak about anything because I never wanted to be considered disrespectful. Even now, honestly, because a lot of times, like even with ministry, I never address how I feel because sometimes I don't feel respected. Because I'm one of the youngest. So I never spoke my mind because people are so easy to be like, oh, you heard this, she said this, this, and that. She's so disrespectful, whatever. They're easy to call disrespect on my name or on anyone's name for that matter. But like, it's just like sometimes if I'm so passionate about something, like if you're not really listening to me or if I say something lightly, like it just doesn't go that way. So like, sometimes I just keep my mouth shut because I never want to be called disrespectful. Yeah. But it is a good thing. But respect from my parents always. BB said, Dalianis, Davila, I love talking to you too.
Why'd you say it like that?
It's developed.
I know, I did it on purpose. Pastor Mary Lou said, Nana, you have to try to build that trust with me. I'm here and we'll never break it. Trust is something very delicate, and when you try to break it, the relationship can be lost. It'll take a long time to restore.
I think she said delicate.
That's what I said.
You said delicate.
It's delicate.
Okay,
I didn't hear nothing.
We're gonna go back in the live and see.
Yeah.
Pastor said I took Ailey out to eat so that we could talk, and I spoke to myself
That was so scary.
the whole hour. We were there.
I
She
know
has
the
a
whole
lot
time
of
she's
balls up, and it's so hard to
I
climb
told
them.
you to take me out to
She,
eat.
she took me out to eat, right? And we're sitting there. Imagine just like we're at Olive Garden, right? And she's like on the other side, and we're sharing a plate, but it was like really big, whatever. So whatever. Anyway, so I'm just staring at her, and she's asking me a question. I'm like, I don't know. Like I just like I don't know the whole time, and she's like, you're so hard to talk to. Like I don't.
If you take me out, we
I told you to take me out to eat.
I'm just gonna stare at you. Don't try to bring me somewhere because it's not gonna work.
You can take me out next time.
No.
It's so hard. It's like me.
Neji said, I can relate to Pastor. I took Bianca out to speak to her and ask her what she was doing. She had so many walls up, and every time I asked her a question, she would evade it. And it's frustrating because I want to help her, be there for her, but she's like unreachable. Right now, she's doing better, and she's calling almost every day, and she's telling her feelings and opening up more. But I really want her to do this on a daily basis for me, not to wonder who my daughter is, just to know who she is. Period. She said period.
Oh.
Period. Pastor said I didn't hear what Jayla had to say.
What did I say?
She didn't say anything.
Oh, because she was the first one to speak.
No.
Nana was.
No, Nana was.
Nana
And then
was.
it was Elise, me.
Oh, that's right. I'm so.
Yep.
I don't know then. I don't know.
You were late, Pastor Mary Lou.
Nikki said 4 days left of the fast. Popeyes, here I come.
Amen.
Pastor said, I'm sorry, girls. That's just my opinion.
Don't do it.
That's not funny.
No.
That's not fair. You're biased.
Leave the line.
You're biased.
She put laughing faces and then she commented, Pastor Nunez.
Ew.
It's okay if we don't have Pastor Mary Lou, we have Pastor Aka anyways.
okay.
Yep, she's on our side.
Yeah.
Yes,
sir. Wait, she never said
So-
anything.
Wait, Mom.
Who said anything?
Whose side are you on?
With what?
The men's or the
The
youth?
youth.
I say the youth because, I mean, the men are good.
Okay, guys.
The men are good.
Don't give them compliments.
We're just better.
Neji said Pastor BB sounds awesome to me, but out of respect for Pastor Luis Nunez. But anyway, he will always be a pastor.
Let's just say
Then
I'm not gonna
BB put the eyes to the comment that said Pastor Nunez.
Pastor Nunez. I think Pastor Beebs is better.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
I think
Pastor said, I'm getting there with Italy. She's actually opening up with me little by little. And then BB said, I almost called him Louis. So I'm like, BB said, I love you too, Nechi. You are an awesome sister in Christ. And then, God bless you, Omara. She said, good morning, girls. And then BB said, me and girl, we always talk, girl, even though I have to start the conversation. yo, I know you have to start the conversation all the time, but I know you be at me on the group chat all the time. Like, Muñeca, this hit different. Muñeca, this hit different, and I'm like, sometimes it looks like it hit different, but sometimes it looks gross. Just saying.
I'm sorry to say, but that group chat is so annoying.
You don't even respond.
Exactly.
So yeah, I know you have to start a conversation, but our conversations always hit. Just saying. BB said, Jayla, you can't wait to binge watch a new show. You too can't wait to binge watch a new show. That's what he said.
Okay.
Nikki said, God bless you, sis. How are you today? Oh, she's talking to Omar. Oh, God bless you, Angelina. It's Little John's cousin. She said, good morning. I had just tuned in this morning and I love it. It's amazing. Good. I'm glad you like it. We're here every Monday and Thursday. I mean, the women are here Tuesday and Wednesday. We're here Monday and Thursday, and then the men are here on Fridays. And every week we have like a different topic. Every day the youth are on, it's always a different topic, and we just talk here and vibe up. So BB said ha 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 ha. And then BB also said, I always talk to you all girls here. Yeah, because it's the best episode of the week. You already know the vibes. And then
You guys are supposed to get excited. You guys are like,
hey. Pastor Mary Lou said, I'm sure Pastor Aka said on Sunday that the ladies was the best edition.
Mom! No, you can't even argue about that.
Hold on. It was going towards the opposite of the men. So I had to defend myself.
Oh,
But the thing is that the woman, you're on it, so you can't really say that you don't like it.
True.
That's weird.
That's weird, right? Because if I don't like it, then I wouldn't be on
But
it.
like
we're saying out of the youth and the men. The
Yeah,
we
correct.
never asked
We never act right. The ladies are never thrown in there.
We're gonna take a poll, and everybody in the church is gonna say whether if the church watches it, like so whoever's on the church, whoever watches Kickin' Back, actually, just the viewers, the audience only, between the women, the men, and the
No.
youth.
Don't put the woman in it.
The
Just
men
the
and
men
the
and the youth.
I think the woman.
Who's better? Because, I think we're pretty great. And
I think we're amazing because last season we only had one episode of the week.
Yes,
Only
sir.
one. This season we upgraded to 2.
Yeah.
And then I still at one. And period. So, BB said Pastor Aka don't know what she likes. Actually, confusion is not of God. Period. Okay? So, she likes the youth. And don't hate. Don't
Deal
hate the
with
player,
it.
hate the game.
Period.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. So, for the last couple minutes, until we get more comments.
I've never watched the Friends.
Me neither. In the first season I did though.
I didn't even watch the first season.
So for the last couple minutes, unless we get any more comments, my shoes there. We're gonna briefly talk about our fasting.
Do we have 4 or 3 days left?
We have
Someone said 4.
3.
I almost cried.
We have 3.
I thought there was
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Today's
We have 3 because today's not counted because we're gonna succeed today. So, and I also have class till 7, so I can't eat anything. So we have All right. Anyways, so how's it going?
Great.
Hey,
Bro, I'm so hungry.
I'm never doing this fast again. Never.
I think I'd do it again only because my mom like she cooks for me, so. But this my job is the hardest part about it, and I work Saturday, which Sunday is like the last day, but I work Sunday too. Yeah.
I've been like, call out. I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. You know.
I told my mom, was
Just
like,
can't do it.
I think I should call out. She goes, no, I don't think you should. I was like, okay.
Girl, you can eat
Uh-uh.
fries. I would not call out. I'm good.
I wouldn't.
I
As
would.
soon as it hits 12, I will be eating everything.
I would go and be
I'm
like,
gonna
all right,
be
I can work for like an hour, and then I'm like, I gotta go, so I can get food and leave.
I don't think I'll ever eat mashed potatoes after this fast.
I love potatoes and
I hate potatoes.
I don't know, man.
They're nasty.
It was hard in the beginning.
Hold up. I got some new information. She said, Pastor said, you girls are awesome. I love you. I love you too. Then she said, and I quote, period. So Ailey said, Pastor said Ailey is doing water for the last 3 days. You're psycho.
Yeah, I was gonna say, today is my last day actually eating, so that's fine.
She's gonna do it. So it'll be me and you. I'm not doing 3 days. I'm doing 2 days.
I'm doing 3.
So I will.
I'm gonna like sweetie.
I could never do one. That's like.
I'm only doing water Sunday.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
no.
think everyone's doing water Sunday.
Might as well. I mean, we eat at 12 anyways. So, Omara said technically we don't have to wait till Monday to eat. When is the actual 21 day? Sunday. We eat Sunday.
Sunday at 12 p.m. we will break the fast. We will end the fast.
Yes, sir. After service.
Looks like I can't do
And I can't wait to be the actually like. I'm excited. Yeah. So, you know, we're pulling through at this point. Might as well stick it to the end. You know, honestly, I almost gave up like a day ago because I have a whole drawer full of candy at my job that I can't wait to eat. And then all my kids always have like mad good food, and I'm like, oh, this sounds so good right now.
I've had a box of Sour Patch Kids in the freezer since we started this fast.
Yeah, I don't got no candy, but
Why'd you put it in the freezer?
Cause I like them cold.
they're gonna be mad hard. Yeah.
When
I
you
don't
eat
have
the tooth.
I don't have no candy at my house right now, but tomorrow we're going to the store to buy a bunch of candy for the end of this fast. So
Yeah, Mom, we're still going, right?
Manchi said I'm drinking water. I'm doing 1 day. I can't do with the water drinking. And then Pastor said I want coffee.
okay.
And then Omar said I'm doing water Friday and Sunday. And then Omar said me too. So it is 6:59. In 1 minute my alarm is gonna go off to go to work. Thank you for coming to the best episode of the week. We will be back next week on Monday. Tune in at 6 a.m. for the best episode of the week that day. And then Thursday of next week. It was amazing to be here with you guys today. It definitely wakes me up. But I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to close this out with a prayer and call it a day. Have a great day. Be blessed, and bow your heads so we can pray. And that's my alarm. Okay, anyways.
That's a nice alarm.
Yeah, it's a song. Father God, we come before you, thanking you for each and every single person that tuned in today. Thanking you for each and every single one of us that spoke today. Father God, and I give you all the glory and all the honor, and I ask you to continue to bless us as we go on with our day today. Lord, and I ask you just to continue to instill wisdom in us and continue to fill us up, oh Lord. And I ask you, God, just to have your way like you always do, oh God. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen.
Amen.
Have a great day. Be